Welcome back, dudes. It is a very, very brisk morning. It is about 11 a.m. New Year's Day. So again, happy 2024 to you guys. I hope this year brings you all very many blessings. And remember, if you want something, work hard for it. Ain't nobody gonna give you a handout. I am back here in Waverly, New York at Two Rivers Yellow, Red, and Green Trail. If you remember, or if you've been following along, I've been here from via the Waverly Glen Park. Not this specific trail, but I've been close to here. The last time I was here, I come to a sign that said Two Rivers Park, and it had a trail going this way, but the loop I was currently on was coming. I was at the pretty much a halfway point where I was looping around and going back. So now I'm here at Two Rivers and I'm hiking one of their trails, and man, I will say it is very, very muddy today. Cold, seasonably cold finally. But, yeah, it's not much snow this year. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. And hang out with me. This will be a fun little trail. This is just over 3 miles, 3.2 to be exact. We got a little creek flowing down here. Okay, so my navigation is on, but it didn't chime in until just now. Apparently, obviously, as the trailblazers you saw were orange. We are not supposed to be on orange. Again, there's another vague one, but let's get back on trail here. I am not worried about getting lost out here. All these trails connect basically back to the Waverly Glen Park. It's just in order to get back to my vehicle, I want to make sure I stay on the loop trail, basically. So we are going to go back to where we kind of wide off here. We're going to get back on it. Okay, that's where we came in. We should have gone right when we took left. As you can see, super duper muddy, like I said. And there we go. So you can see I'm carrying my Teton Sports pack again. I carried this once when I did the Falls Trail at Ricketts Glen State Park. I was not too keen on the pack then. I wanted to give it one more shot, and I can already tell that I think I'm going to end up selling this pack. Ooh, slippery. It's just too small. It doesn't offer much room. And the waistband that I don't have buckled, it's very, very, very thin. It's just a strap. It's not an actual like waist belt type thing. But yeah, we're actually not on trail. I mean, we're on trail, but we're walking right next to it because I don't want to walk through the mud unless I 100% have to. Although, like I said, these Merrell shoes, these hiking shoes do a great job. You know, it was a little confusing with the trail markings and whatnot, because on the navigation, like the trail, the loop part of this trail, they're like so close together, you think it's just all one trail. It's a very thin loop. It doesn't go like this. It kind of goes like this. So So it's a long loop, not a fat loop, or a wide loop, I guess you could say. You can tell they bring tractors or ATVs down through here to maintain this. I eventually want to come out and do a night hike. And a small trail like this would be perfect. But as you've seen on the sign back there, the park closes during dusk or sunset or something like that. So a lot of parks aren't open when it's dark. But we'll find some place. Again, at night, I don't want to do a super long trail, and I definitely don't want to do it alone. A little too spooky for me, you know. But I think Miss Mindy would enjoy that. But we are definitely on a less muddy part of the trail right now. As you can see, we are on trail. See the blue mark right there? Bring it back into focus. The blue mark right there where it kind of trails off to the left, that's where we kind of trailed off trail. But you can see how thin our loop is. It's like kind of intertwining each other. I was smart today. I did wear my gloves. These wool gloves are really impressive. Even though your fingers are exposed, your hands stay super warm. The only thing is the thumb is covered. Yes, I could cut that off, but I just don't want it to fray and all that jazz. And I do have my puffy jacket, my packable puffy jacket in my pack just in case I get too cold. But I'll tell you, each step I take, I literally get warmer. And that's another thing that's on my mind. There's a lot of people that say, oh, hiking during the winter, camping during the winter. Folks, you see me. I'm moving. I am legitimately not cold at all. Your body is self-warming. There's another trail that has a bridge that goes over there. But I think when we come back through, we're going to stop over there and check that out. But when you're hiking, you're moving. Your heart's pumping your blood through your body. So you stay warm. And camping, if you have the right tent, the right sleep system, the right clothing, you're not going to get cold. You're just not. And plus, there's always the option of having a fire too, or you could bring a heater with you, little buddy heater, little propane heater. There's plenty of things to keep you warm. You just have to be smart about it, and always eat before you go to bed. A little clue I learned from Luke from the Outdoor Boys. He pours in his 1 or 2 liter bottle boiling water inside of his drinking container and puts it in a sleeping bag. And the heat in the sleeping bag, or from the bottle in the sleeping bag, that sleeping bag actually insulates it and traps the heat inside. So this is for you folks that are not typically outdoors people who don't know. Like, there are ways of staying warm. You just have to learn these things. Don't be like me. Don't be a novice and just go out there and just do it because you want to. Do some research. I did a very little bit of research before I went out. And I'm glad I did, because if I went out there not knowing a darn thing, I'd have froze. And that's not good. Especially wet and cold, don't mix. You can see we're walking along the creek bed here. See our bridge straight ahead there. There's another one just like that back there that we'll stop and check out. So I can definitely see how you may get a little confused going through here. So red marking there, then you got this red marking here that I'm not sure if it's for curving around this way or like that's a marking for this way. But my GPS says we're gonna go this way, but we might loop back around to this way because after all, it is a loop trail. Okay, now there's a yellow marking. So, I mean, we're still on the right trail because again, this is the red, yellow, and blue trail. But as long as we stay with those colors, I guess we're on the right path, huh? All right, we got some rocks. Rocks are good to keep us out of the mud, but at the same time, rocks, especially in mud, can be super, super slippery. And I know that because when I stepped on the very first one, I almost fell on my arse. Tiny bit of an incline here. Best thing about this time of year is you don't have any bugs, number one. You're not sweating your tuchus off, number two. Number three, you don't really have to worry about any big predators. Bears, well, even little predators. Because here in Pennsylvania, we do have rattlesnakes. But yeah, during the night, I mean, during the day, you have to worry about them too, but not as much because they come out at night. But coyotes are definitely a thing around here, but I'm not super worried about them. I never have been. Not to say that they couldn't cause any damage, especially in packs, but I know they're pretty much night owls, so to speak. But it's just something about a winter hike, and I believe it is officially winter, that is just, I don't know, there's just something calming about it, something nice about it. And again, you don't get cold. I am definitely not alone out here today. There are a lot of folks that are walking their dogs or who knows, just blowing off some steam. Maybe they're doing what I'm doing, just getting a hike in. Who knows, maybe they're even filming a YouTube video. There is, see that right there? That's more of the creek. I think that all flows back into the reservoir back at the Waverly Glen. And again, I'll link those videos in my description so you guys can check them out if you want to. Okay, you guys can kind of see how wide our loop gets now. I think I know exactly where the loop is gonna take us around. We've been there before, so if I don't film too much, that's why. But oh, you can see it's kind of snowing a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna go this way and officially start our loop and come back down here and then walk back down around. Down there you can kind of see more of, well, you can't really see it, but I'll show you later, more of the reservoir that's down there. All right, my dudes, this is where I come into Two River State Park this way. This is the trail that I did not take in my last video. So I come out from there and I looped around, actually back down and through there is where you loop around. But yeah, originally I was gonna do this whole loop, but since I've already been back, this way into the Waverly Glen. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna just do this little section here and maybe take a detour off on one of the other trails and get back onto our loop, and yeah, we'll be good to go. All right, friends, that's the way we came. That's a trail that goes off, and that's where we just come from, where I hit the Two Rivers sign. But this is part of the blue trail that goes up and around, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna loop us back down here. I'm just gonna shut my GPS off, excuse me, and we're gonna go from here, and I just don't want that vibration on my butt cheek for you're off route, wrong turn, yada, yada, yada. So here we go. All right, our red trail is there, but it also goes back this way. So which way do you guys want to take, huh? That's going to take us back to the car a little sooner. We still got time. Let's go check out where this goes. You guys knew I was going to do that, didn't you? I'm a little bit of a thrill seeker, and I just like to explore. I like to see where things go. All right, my dudes. So I've been out that way. Again, this brings you up past some kind of structure out there. I think it was like a maintenance, like tool shed or something. I can't remember what it was, but it brings you back this way, and you can go down this trail and go back that way past the reservoir. Again, we've already been out that way, so I'm going to go back downhill, and I'm going to go to the right. That's going to take us back down around onto the section we were. Man, today's just been a complete mix-up, but that's all right. That's what happens when you have a small park with a bunch of trails kind of branching off. Again, there's no way to get lost because it all brings you back to a familiar point, but I have my GPS going to basically keep me on trail. Again, I'm not worried about getting lost. Not a big park, because the park boundaries only go so far before you hit private property. But yeah, we're gonna stay back on the red trail here. So trying to stay out of the mud as much as I can. I just don't want to get my vehicle a terrible, terrible mess. All right, that's where we come up on. We're branching off to the right, and I'm assuming, this is just an assumption now, that this is going to loop us around and take us back down onto that bridge I said we'd come back to. Hopefully. Hopefully, hopefully. It's kind of like an eerie quiet out here, but I like it. When I turn the camera off, just as I hit the stop record button, I heard a rooster out in the distance, and I heard some dogs barking. But I like this. I like trails that are in the woods. What seems like you're deep in the woods, but you're not really deep in the woods. But it's very kind of overcast today, very gloomy day. Perfect day to stay home and cook up some good food. I know, what is it? That's a popular thing. Sauerkraut and kielbasa, that's popular today, I believe it is. At least with parts of my family. But temps today, that'd probably be a good thing to look at. My gloves on, it makes it difficult to kind of see here. Get into my weather app. 34, so we are not too cold today. Not too cold at all. Now that looks like a bucket of some sort. Looks like it was a target for something. I don't know what that is. It's funny, you hear those birds? Normally this time of year, you don't hear too many birds. I think there's another trail or the start of one or something that might go up through there, but ours continues this way. Green markers. Goes on even further. How about that? That's pretty awesome. Right there is, I don't know which way we're supposed to go, but we're gonna go this way and see where it takes us. Oh, I see our bridge there. All right, we're on the right track here. Somewhere around in here, there's a fireplace, fireplace. Well, yeah, fireplace, fire pit, to stop and chill. At the beginning, you seen a no camping sign. Obviously, we wouldn't do any camping. This is not a through hike trail. This is a simple, small park with obviously many off trail systems and whatnot. But yeah, I was kind of hoping we would find that fire pit and sit down and have a fire and just kind of feel the ambiance of the fire. Man, there ain't nothing like hiking next to a little roaring stream. It's just so darn peaceful. So how are you guys doing? Literally, when's the last time somebody asked you how you are doing? Sometimes that's all it takes to break a barrier. And sound off in the comments. Tell me how you're doing. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how life is going. All too often, we're not asked how we're doing. And somebody say, no, don't just give me I'm okay or I'm doing. Like, how are you doing? Okay, so down in this trail is our bridge right there. I don't know what's down here. This is part of the red trail. Let's just see what's down here. Oh, we just come down in to get a better look at the creek. That's all we're doing. How about it? It's an orange trail. See what we got going over in here. So our orange trail goes off that way. We have a tarp over here, just kind of chilling out there with some rocks on it. Kind of wonder what that's about. A little weird. Wonder if they were doing some trail maintenance right there. Huh. I wonder if these were just put here to, oh, looks like somebody was burning something right there. Huh. I wonder where that goes. We don't have time to go explore that today. But, man, I really wished I had an accurate trail navigation today. Because you got another trail that comes down right here, down to there. And it comes over to here. I have no idea what that trail is. But, yeah. I don't know, that tarp right there, that's pretty interesting to me though. Like there's something under there. I mean, I'm not gonna look. It's not my property to touch. But it looks like a pretty heavy duty canvas, black canvas tarp. But yeah. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Anyway, looks like they were getting ready to make a bridge, or maybe they disassembled one, but that wood looks fairly new, in good shape. Yeah, and there's some like building posts here. So I wonder if they're getting ready to build something here. All right. You just never know what you're going to find out in the woods. Could be a person, could be many objects, could be an animal, could be treasure. I'm not that lucky. So I think when we get back to the top, I'm gonna go back down in on that one trail that I was on and just see where it might take us. Who knows, maybe it'll lead us back down into where that red trail that went off to the left of that bridge went to. Like I said, this is a small park. I'm pretty sure everything is connecting, but I've never been here before, so I don't know that for 100%. Boy, after today, I'm really gonna have to blast these shoes off. Woo! Getting muddy. This is what I mean when I say to people, you stay warm on trail. I'm wearing a moisture wicking t-shirt, or not a t-shirt, shirt underneath. Then I have a thermal. Then I have my Carhartt hoodie, which Carhartts are a little bit thicker than a lot of sweatshirts that are out there. They're expensive, obviously, but anyway, we are on that Orange Blaze Trail where we mistakenly come down in the beginning of this trail. But I want to go down. I want to see where it might go. Then we'll hike back up out of here. We'll go home. I feel like having some hamburgers for dinner today, so I think that's what I'm going to stop by the store, pick up. Hamburgers, tomato, maybe some onions. That sounds so good. All right, again, so our orange trail keeps going this way. I don't know what color blazes this trail has. Then again, it might just go back down through and loop back up onto the orange trail. Okay, this looks like it goes down in and then up on. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, we're not, it's just been a really confusing day today, you guys. Like, you got all these freaking trails and like, I don't have my GPS and it doesn't tell me anything other than a red, yellow, and blue trail. And then I'm seeing orange markings, and then back there I seen green markings, and I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna hike up on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this confusing little trail hike today. Usually I have my crap more together than I did today, but hey, you never know what you're gonna get into when you're taking a walk into the woods. But anyway, Happy New Year again to you guys, and I hope 2024 does many good things for you. So as always, y'all stay safe, stay healthy, and y'all be good to each other. We will see you next week on some trail.